I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to become magnetic and attract literally anything that you want, because everything that you'll ever manifest in your life will always happen when you learn to trust in your magnetism, when you learn to trust in who you actually are, who you truly are, your authentic self. And this is what most people don't do in society, unfortunately. And so what happens is that there's no magnetism to their energy. They're looking for other people to fill up their cup so that they can start to become more magnetic by leeching off of other people's energy. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with support systems, but if you don't know how to build your own magnetism, it's going to be pretty difficult for you to manifest and attract things into your life in a very attractive way. What is attractiveness? Attractiveness is getting your energy right so that people can feel your authenticity, and then you magnetize them to your life by literally being who you actually are. We're going to talk about in this video exactly how to actually do that. So this is going to be how to become magnetic and attract everything that you want into your life. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. And like I said in the last video, right now, I do only have 5 spots available for coaching. So if you do want to be a part of like working with me one-on-one, then you want to take that opportunity now while there are still spots available, because once I have 5 people, I don't necessarily want to take on more because I'm not going to have the capacity and energy to do so. Now, the first step to become magnetic and to attract literally everything that you want is I'm gonna start off by asking you a question. What feels right to you? Like, what do you truly want? Because this is the thing in society, is that we don't trust what feels right to us. Like, what actually feels right? If you tune into your heart, if you tune into your resonance, if you tune into your consciousness, what actually feels right. Now, it might not even be a feeling. Sometimes it is a feeling, but it's like a pull to go in a certain direction. Sometimes it's literally a feeling in your heart. Sometimes it's a thought that comes into your mind. But you have to trust what your resonance is telling you, because like I always say, people are always going to want you to be a certain way. You're going to have people projecting their opinions onto you all the time. You're going to have perspectives and opinions and how you should live your life. And it's like, screw all of that. No judgment, but what actually feels right to you? That's the first step to becoming magnetic. If you start to actually do what feels right to you, you stop looking for techniques on how to be more authentic and how do I manifest this and how do I be who I just know. Like, all these techniques that people look for to become more magnetic are just training wheels, in my opinion, to help you to tune into who you actually are. Like any technique to be, like, I'm not going to give you a technique in this video. I'm going to give you the straight up truth, which is the first question: what feels right to you? What actually feels right to you? Like, are you living life doing what actually feels right to you? Are you living your life doing what actually feels right to you? Like, are you actually trusting that, hey, this is what I want to do right now? Like, maybe you want to talk to somebody and you tell them, hey, I'm not resonating with this conversation, I want to go over here. Or I'm not feeling this, I want to go over here. Or maybe you don't even have to say that, you can just implicitly follow your bliss and that goes there. Sometimes I have to just tell people, hey, this isn't resonating with me right now. This interaction here is not working. I'm going in one direction, you're going in another direction. We're not, the vibrations aren't connecting, okay? It's not good, it's not bad, but I can just see that sometimes the vibrations aren't connecting, and I have to be honest with myself and say, this isn't feeling right. So we have to trust ourselves and really honor when is something not feeling right. And the more that you do this, you'll find that things start to come into fruition in a much easier way, because you're not forcing things to happen. You're just trusting yourself moment by moment. The more that I trust myself moment by moment is when all of these different things in my life start to happen. All the opportunities I've ever manifested, any material item or thing that I've manifested or relationship that I've manifested, always happened when I let go of trying to control things with my ego and shifted back into what actually feels right. Now, I just want to say that, understand that it doesn't necessarily mean that you want to always feel good. Sometimes what feels right to you might be to express an emotion of anger, or to express something, or to be a certain way. It doesn't mean that you have to always feel good, although you want to, like, if you want, of course, I like to always work towards embodying more light, being a more clear vessel, and holding that light in my consciousness as much as possible. But sometimes what truly feels right is, no, that's not resonating with me. I want to actually feel this emotion and express this emotion a little bit. That's what feels right. So when I say it feels right, it's important to be aware of what I mean there. Now, the second thing is to focus on your resonance. By the way, I'm just sharing with you what works for me. So understand that my perspectives are always changing, and what I'm sharing with you right now might not always be true always. At any moment, it might shift and it might not totally resonate with you. But that's the whole point of this video, is that if you don't resonate with this video, actually, one of the best things you can do to trust your own magnetism and to be more magnetic right now is to close off this video and go to what resonates. But again, I'll ask you this though, maybe what resonates is maybe you have an intuition that something doesn't resonate, but then something within you also tells you to keep going even though it doesn't resonate. You see? So it's tricky here. I'm gonna say that one more time. Sometimes you might feel like something doesn't resonate, but beneath that you have another resonance and intuition to keep going even though it doesn't feel in resonance. So your resonance is telling you to go in the direction of something that doesn't feel in resonance, and that might be what you need to do to be more magnetic, which might mean to close off this video, which might mean that you have an ego trigger but you have an intuition to keep watching the video. Maybe you're resonating with the video completely and you keep watching the video and it's exciting you. We don't know, okay? There's not one solution to be magnetic. That's the whole point, is that me talking about magnetism, there's no one way to be magnetic. I can't just say, here's the 4 steps to be magnetic, do this meditation, because it's not going to work. But if you do want to try my free meditation, then there is a free meditation down below to align with the heart that I just made recently, so check that out if you want to actually try that meditation. But again, if you don't resonate with that, then don't use it. See, magnetism is about trusting yourself. It's about trusting who you actually are, okay? So the second step, again, is to focus on your resonance. That's the second step, is to trust always what resonates with you. Now, again, resonance is a general term. What does that mean? What's resonance? Are you saying to just always trust what feels good? No. Sometimes your resonance and your magnetism, it might feel really good and in alignment to go through a little bit of discomfort, to put the body in a little bit of discomfort, because you know that you're lying to yourself in some areas, and you know that if you do that, then you're going to feel so much better. And actually, it will feel good if you reframe it in your mind. Reframing things in your mind can actually make you more magnetic as well. But maybe it won't. Maybe you have to take a step back and do more meditation. You see, there's no like, I can't just give you the step, because if I say, hey, go outside and talk to a bunch of people and that's going to raise your vibration. Okay, maybe that's true in one moment. Maybe in another moment, that's not the case. Maybe what you need to do in that moment is to go and meditate. Every moment is so infinite. I'm going to record a new video on this really soon on how to never attach to one perspective, because when you're attached to one perspective, it literally blocks you from all the possibilities. But that topic isn't fully resonating with me right now, so we'll save that for another video. But you got to be open to what your spirit is asking for now, what your body is asking for now, what your emotional body is asking for now. Maybe your spirit is telling you to be more logical. Maybe your spirit is saying to be more connected to the heart. That's the thing with magnetism that I want you to take away from this video. If you take away one thing from this video, I want you to take away the fact that there's no one way to be magnetic. You need to find your own personal way to be magnetic that personally works for you. And it's not necessarily going to work for every single person, because what works for you may not work for every single person. What works for you may not work for me. What works for me may not work for you. You know what? Everybody is so different, so you have to trust yourself. You have to trust your resonance, or don't. But if you say to this video, no, I don't trust that, Francis, I disagree with you, that's you still trusting your resonance there too. You see? You got to trust always what feels right in your heart. Always trust that resonance. Trust what truly feels in resonance with your heart. And what you'll find is that you can actually expand. See, sometimes you might want to be more vulnerable. You might want to express your emotions. Sometimes you might want to be a little bit more angry, and then sometimes you find that, ooh, that didn't really work and I have to go back here. So you learn through contrast. So you can't really make a wrong move in life. Just trust your resonance and you'll find that things are always going to be working for you in a way that you didn't necessarily know that it could even work if you didn't trust in that resonance, okay? And the third thing I want to share with you is Stop joining other people's party and create your own. Okay? Because here's the thing. This is what I noticed in my life. It's like I used to look for other people's party. It's like, hey, how do I don't mean like, I do mean literally in a way. I used to literally look for other people's party, but I also mean metaphorically. Like, are you looking for other people's world to join, or are you creating your own world and then people join you? That's the question. Are you creating your own world, or are you joining other people's world? That's the question. See, most people don't do that. Most people don't create their own world. They're not focused on their purpose. They're not focused on their mission. They're not focused on what they truly want to create in their hearts. They're not focused on what they actually want. They are focused on things that don't even matter to them, and they think that it matters to them, but they're doing it because somebody told them that they have to do it. And then they're chasing, this is what you call validation seeking. When you're seeking validation outside of yourself, what you're doing is you're joining other people's party. When you say something to somebody because you want to get a compliment from them and you think that you need them to feel good, you're joining other people's party. When you're chasing a relationship because you don't know how to feel good within yourself, you're looking for other people's party. When you are not creating your own party, you're looking for somebody else's party. See, I realized the other day, I was thinking to myself, and I thought to myself, there's nobody I'd rather hang out with than myself. And when I had that insight, I was honestly, I was so grateful to have that insight. I almost started crying and tearing up because I was just like, holy shit, literally, I got to the point where I realized that this whole process of life is just teaching me to love myself more. And that's what you're doing too. We're all just here to love ourselves more and to be more connected to who we actually are. And then so what we need to do, we don't need to do anything. If you want, is to create your own party and start to realize that this is about self-love. This is about loving yourself. This is about connecting to who you actually are, and to realize that you don't need anybody out there to generate the emotional state that you want to be in. You don't need anybody out there to feel how you want to feel. You don't need anybody out there to create your own party. Okay, and that's what I believe part of the reason why all this stuff happened in the world is to learn how to create our own party. And now, thank God, everything is opening back up again, and we've learned how to be in our own party more. Now, some people haven't. Unfortunately, society is not creating their own party. We have a cluster of people that are looking for other people's party, and they're all doing that. So what happens when you have a group of people that don't know how to create their own party and looking for other people's party is it becomes a cluster of issues. Things don't necessarily work in the way that you want when you're actually going through all these different things that are not conducive to you creating your own party. So what you want to do is you want to create that party, okay? Now what does that mean? That means that, maybe you think that, I need to go, chase after this person, but it doesn't feel right. No, maybe what you have to do is don't chase that person. Go listen to music, go outside, go for a walk, focus on yourself, okay? You want to know the intuition that I've been getting recently? I've been getting an intuition to focus on myself. And that might sound selfish, but you see, if I don't focus on myself, I have nothing to provide for you. And sometimes focusing on myself is me recording a video. Like, believe it or not, this might sound kind of weird, but I'm recording this video not just for you, but for me, because I want to record this video. And that has a very powerful effect on my consciousness, and it makes me feel absolutely amazing when I do that. When I do things for me, it makes me feel absolutely amazing. And guess what kind of an effect that has on the other, which is you, when you start to focus on yourself. Selflessness sometimes is about being more selfish, because if you don't have enough selfishness, you can't be selfless. And believe it or not, all selflessness is actually still selfishness. Because even if you're being selfless, why are you being selfless? Because you're doing it for yourself. Even if you think that you're being the noble person to be selfless and change the world, you're doing it for your own emotional state so that you can feel good. That's what we're doing here. Humans are designed to go after what feels good and to generate more love and to, move towards more love. I don't want to say I'm not saying that we're designed to run away from negative emotions. In a way, the ego kind of is. But what I'll say is that we want to express more love, want to feel more love, want to be more connected to love. And sometimes that means creating your own party, okay? So if you're chasing that person, stop and ask yourself, do I really want to chase this person? Does this feel right? Like when I used to chase people, I was like, Why am I even doing this? Why am I chasing for feelings outside of me, especially when I know how to generate these emotions within myself? It's like there's times in my life where it's like I know better than this, okay? And you might be in the same position. You might be in the position where it's like you know better than that to chase other people's party. Why are you not creating the party? Why are not other people joining your party? Now, here's the thing. You think that you want people to chase you, right? No, you don't. You want other people to also be in their magnetism, that also know that you're in your magnetism, and now you both create your own party, but you come together. What is that? That's co-creation. And co-creation is a very powerful thing, because co-creation, what that does is that actually is where the planet is headed. Now, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I got for you. That's all that's coming through. I have nothing else to say. Understand that if you want to be more magnetic, this is about reconnecting to who you are. So I'll leave you with one question. What do you actually want to do today? Or if it's nighttime for you, tomorrow. Or right now in this moment, because the present moment is the only. Actually, truly, what do you actually want to be doing right now? And are you fully in alignment with that? And if you're not, then ask yourself, what's really going on there? You don't really have to investigate it. I find that you don't have to investigate why you're not in your resonance. I found that something more useful is to just go in the direction of the resonance, and then the things that aren't actually in alignment with that tend to just fade away. So the more that you focus on your magnetism, the things that are not in alignment with that magnetism tend to fall away naturally. So that's pretty much it. I could record a whole 10-hour course on magnetism, and I might even do so, because magnetism is such a powerful topic, and I'm so passionate about this topic. And I'm telling you, if you connect to your magnetism, you will start to attract more opportunities. You'll attract what some people call your soul tribe. You'll attract the perfect relationships to you that are in alignment with your heart, and you'll repel the things that are not in alignment with that, or they won't even pop up in your field of consciousness because they're just simply not in alignment with where you're going. And that's good. That's a good thing, because you don't need those people in your life, and they don't need you. Nothing against them, but you're both going to be going on your own path in your own magnetism, and you're both going to be creating what your heart actually wants. So again, just ask yourself, what do you actually want to be doing today? Are you doing that? Are you truly with what you actually need? I'm not saying it has to be comfortable. Maybe it's uncomfortable. Maybe it is comfortable. This isn't about comfort or discomfort. This is about transcending comfort and discomfort entirely, and actually tuning into what you want, what your heart actually wants. Truly, what's true for you today? What's true for you right now? What's true for you in this moment? Could be comfortable, could be not comfortable, but even if it's uncomfortable, you're still gonna want that. It's hard to explain, because even if it's something uncomfortable, your heart and mind will be connected to the point where you know you actually want that. And it's not that you have to do it, you want to do it. When you push yourself to love yourself, to do the things that you need to do to get to a better version of yourself, in order to become an elite human being, you can't be forced. You can't force somebody to get to the highest level of their potential. They have to actually want it. And so that's what I'm saying. What do you actually want? If you investigate that question alone will help you be more magnetic. But the key is to tune into your resonance and to follow that magnetism. And I promise, if you do this, everything will start to connect for you in a much more powerful way. Okay, so that's all I have for this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. Like I said earlier, I do only have 5 spots available right now. So if you do want to work with me one-on-one personally and take that opportunity while I still have the capacity and the energy to take on certain people, because once I hit 5, I could take more, but I don't feel like it. 5 is the number for me that feels right. And then what you can do is you can apply for that by hitting the link in the description box of this video and applying to see if you qualify and to see if you're a good fit for the coaching, to see if we can actually do something to take your life to the next level so that you can align with your magnets. And by the way, that is one of my most I love talking about magnetism. So if that interests you, then it might be a good fit. But anyways, that's all I have for this video. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.